Let's see.
Of course.
I get a notification when you go live. But
No.
Yeah, but I'm always like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's Caleb.
Josh wants to know how he Josh wants to know how he joins.
I mean, there's on the left-hand side, there's a Quaranstream. Just join it. Here, I'm just sending an invite right now. I just sent an invite. See what happens. Look, I'm a streamer with a sponsorship. What is going on?
All right. Start the clock for Josh's inevitable crashing.
So bad. Why is it so bad?
Yeah, what's the echo about?
I got headphones. Give me a second.
No. Isn't there like an auto echo?
I go through this every time.
Echo. Aww. What are the books behind you, Todd, on the desk? It's like a 2-volume set.
Those are Black Series figures.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
BB-8.
Oh yeah, as of the last I don't know 8 months or so, the paint jobs have gotten way better than they used to be. I heard it. They got me.
You wanted to make sure you heard it.
Dun, 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 dun. Wipe your
Caleb
gooch?
doesn't have his AC unit fixed yet?
No.
Some quality craftsmanship going on in Yuma.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's why they're going to get you. They're going to say, hey, replace it. Not going to fix it.
It's a Freon leak. That's what you got right there. You know what that? You know what? You know what? You know, I'm gonna take a look when I get there, but it sounds like you got a Freon leak.
Yeah.
Not, you know, 99% of the time it's Freon leak. So we're gonna send somebody out there just to make sure. But
We're specially trained never to imply ownership. It's always a Freon league, never your Freon league. Fight Club?
yeah. Oh, you mean this his like connection he made? Hello?
I'm already having issues. I got
What?
kids using
Oh,
kids using the Netflix and
he's frozen. I see him. Hey Josh, you know what you should try? Do you have good cell signal? Why don't you just turn your phone into a hotspot and use that?
no, signal's terrible out here. I live out in the middle of nowhere.
Cool. Cool.
It's a no-win.
Okay.
Just need to run some
Sorry.
Cat 6 or all over through your house.
Ready, Freddy, go.
Dude,
Wow.
I guessed wrong. I thought you were gonna say it's the only stream. The blood is a life. I thought you were gonna start screaming it.
I thought you were going to be playing the Dracul song.
Yeah.
uh, 1992 is $40 million budget, but it made 30 million opening weekend, which that's massive in
Wow.
92.
Is it really?
And it grew, yeah, for 1992. Kidding me? That was big.
I mean, the cast was huge.
Well, the cast is huge, yeah. I don't know, like,
I don't remember
was the
if it was
cast
hyped
as
or not.
popular? Was it because I feel like the cast is more popular now than it may
Oh,
be
you
in
think so?
1992. I don't know. Well, he talks about it. I don't know if you read on it, but we'll have to talk about that later.
What he's okay.
Anyways, yeah, $30 million or $30 million opening weekend. It grossed 82 in the States and then 215 million worldwide.
Damn.
Okay.
So, and then critics 71%, audience 79.
Solid all around.
Yep. Respect.
Is there a plane flying in someone's place? You totally hear that.
It's a helicopter. There's a hospital
okay.
just down the street.
Oh no. Okay, it's not funny.
No, it's a SWAT. It's a SWAT.
Getting
I'm
swatted.
waiting for it.
That big like breacher device that what's his name used in that movie SWAT. It's gonna blast through Kenneth's head right now. What was that thing? It, like shot through the wall and then like opened up and they'd pull the whole wall down. SWAT.
It's a great start to Dracula.
Anyways, the movie sucked, but I think that was about it. Mm. Yeah. Hey, I have a question about speaking on the CGI stuff you're talking about. all the train scenes, like the exterior train scenes, are obviously miniatures.
Yes.
Would do you think it was on purpose to look miniaturish? Because it's like I feel like at this time they could have easily made it look not miniature. Or nor I just meant like they could have done miniatures and made it look not like a miniature because that was obviously miniatures. I've seen miniatures.
Alright.
We've all seen miniatures that look good.
Well, I'm gonna play
Anyways,
devil's advocate. I actually liked the simplicity. Like I liked the silhouettes. I liked the obvious miniatures that they used. I thought it was. I get it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me because I don't know who knows. Like maybe he was like facing budget concerns or whatever. But I think it's such a minor thing.
yeah.
Like is Coppola's son like big into model trains? Yeah. I don't know. Like I didn't have an issue with it.
I didn't have an issue with it. I guess I was just wondering, like, do you all think it was on purpose to look that way? Yeah, it's very theatrical. Mm-mm.
Yeah, more artistic.
Yeah.
I like the silhouettes. I like the fighting scene with the silhouettes. I like the
So cool
like
looking.
when Mina and Dracula are like having dinner and the silhouettes dancing and stuff in the back. I thought that stuff was cool.
It was super cool. Hmm.
I'm glad Ken was informed ahead of time. History. I also have one other thing in regards to the simplicity. I think the reason they did it too is because they went over budget on all the blood. So, like, dude, when he stabs that cross, it's just pouring out, dude. It's so excessive. And then when Lucy gets destroyed, dude, it's just like a bomb goes off, man. So much.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
No.
that's when he was like more of a monster form, but at the very end when she finally died. he transforms into the wolf, and that's actually the wolf. Him transforming. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Strawberry jelly. Awesome.
We need gallons of. We need gallons of Smuckers right now. Unit.
Go to Costco. Buy the pallet.
It's the way. No, this is so. The only thing that I think it's movie flair, but I also think it's supposed to be a representation of the dragon in a way, like how his armor and stuff looks. But in the book, he's just like a straight up antagonist. Like him in the love story is just to humanize him to a movie audience. He has no relationship with Mina at all. Like in the book, he does.
Oh, really?
He does in fact attack her at the asylum to turn her, and then they have that sort of conscientious connection between each other. That psychic connection when they're traveling to take him out at the end. But dude, the whole like his wife committing suicide and then him like feeling like he's been betrayed by God. All that is the movie. It's not the book.
Really?
Yeah, the movie starts off with Harker going to Transylvania. It's all journal entries too, in the book. No, yeah, but that's just the romantic angle that the movie created. I will give the movie credit. Like they took, yeah. Yeah, so that whole like her being reborn and that, but they took no the book they took almost everything from the book and layered it into the movie, which is why I like the movie so much. But it's basically everything besides the Mina Dracula relationship. So Harker goes to Transylvania. He's imprisoned there. He's supposed to, Harker and Mina have a relationship, and he's imprisoned there, and the three vampire ladies, like all that stuff is legit. And then he goes to England, he boards the ship, the ship crashes, the crew's missing, but he transforms into the wolf. So the idea though is like like Mina, yeah. Yeah, so all that is true. It's just the aspect of him, like trying to reconnect with Mina. That stuff does not happen. So it is, yeah. Yes. Yeah, but to be honest, the ending of the book is like very anticlimactic and it's very rushed. So like what you see in the movie is very very similar to what happens in the books.
Really?
Like I was very disappointed at the end because at the end of the book, like they're chasing him down and and they bust open the box and he pops up and it's just like in the movie, like throat's cut and then stabbed in the heart, and then basically he just like he's done. And that's the ending of the book. Like there's no epic fight. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There is an epilogue. They because in the movie I don't feel like Mina and Jonathan are gonna get back together. I feel like that relationship is over. Because
Yeah.
she's been she yeah. Well, I feel like because she has awareness now that, because didn't you guys feel like that? Like she's through Dracula's manipulations, like she finally remembers who she was in that past life,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but at the very end of the book, it's like 7 years later. Mina and Jonathan are married. They have one or two kids. Um,
Really? Oh no. Oh no.
and
Oh, he's there.
and then the other two that survived the deal. What was the last thing you guys heard?
They have 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah, and then the other two guys who survive, I can't remember the one guy who died, but the other two, they end up like getting married as well. So like, there's this brief little like, oh, everything worked out.
Huh. That's
But the
weird.
ending is like it's very accurate. Like Mina and yeah, in the book. No, she does. She gets bit. She gets bit by Dracula, and they have that psychic connection, just like in the movie. But they just make. What do you mean? What are we talking about right now?
At the
You said
epilogue.
is there? You said is there an epilogue at the end?
The
And I said
epilogue.
yes. In the book, yeah, Mina and Jonathan
She
end
doesn't
up
become a
having a
vampire.
family.
After
Yeah,
after
because
Dracula's
once
dead.
yeah, remember the burn goes away from her forehead. That happens in the book
Yeah.
too. So like the whole curse is like lifted.
Yeah. Didn't you see that
Yes.
thing it like poofed away?
Yeah, and it happens in the book too. Yeah, but it's like same. It's the same thing. Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Like I think some of the things that were slightly different is like Dracula is not as like wise um in the book as he is in the movie. Like in
How
the
so?
book, it's well in the book it's I know, but in the book they make I think Van Helsing makes this comment about even though he's really old, he's still very young, as his appearance comes, and so they sort of speculate that he has like a mind of like a much younger individual, despite the fact that he's been alive for a long time. Well, no, they do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember what they do with the appearance angle. I'm sure he appears older with Harker and stuff, but they just like from a mindset perspective of like how crafty is he? They kind of allude to the fact that he's not nearly as wise and manipulative as he is in the movie. But and then the other thing is Lucy. They expand a little bit more about her in the book because remember when she shows up to the tomb and she has that kid in the book.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
book, like several kids have been missing over the course of the last few weeks. So it's like, and the kids, yeah,
So in the book, did Dracula turn for the same reason?
so he's going, yeah. So in the book, he's going over there to kind of like expand, and so it's
No,
just
but I mean,
without the.
Oh yeah.
It's never. It's not really established that much as far as I can remember.
okay.
They I think it's
Yeah.
just the movie magic. I don't know. I think it's just his betrayal of God, and it's like he turns his back, so he becomes something entirely different. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The book does talk about all the. Like, he does have most of those powers in the book that the movie alludes to. It's. I don't. I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stats for Van Helsing.
Well, speaking of what Caleb was just saying about the like defying the weird, like, weird voodoo that's going on in the movie. I love the fact that, like, oh, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I like the fact that, like, Harker is just so Jonathan's so easygoing about everything. Like, the demonic carriage driver shows up and just like grabs him and just like pulls him in. Guy's got like a rooster face, like a mask on. He's just like, yeah, sure, we'll just keep going. Yeah, yeah, yep,
The Impossible Reach. Yeah, that's good.
yeah, yeah. Did anyone look it up? So
Um.
the blue flame is actually it's mentioned briefly in the book too. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember what it represents. But there's because it's like Transylvania, they're making all these like there's all these superstitions, obviously, so it's hard to discern like what's real and what's not. But I guess like the blue flames they said is like it's like a superstition about like something advantageous, like it could be a sign of like treasure or something, but it's also like some cursed area as well. So it's almost like you're you're almost like do you sort of like take on that task of trying to see what's there, even though it could be cursed? But I don't know why it's right there. I think it's just alluding to the fact that there's something dangerous because they're going into Dracula's castle. But it was something that is briefly mentioned in the book, and I don't even it is totally unnecessary in the movie, in
I
my
guess
opinion.
in my head when it happened, I took it as like some type of like trigger to let Dracula know where they were, like someone's here or something, like almost like a doorbell or pressure plate type thing, right?
I took I took it as a barrier. He's letting his cart in with the lawyer that he wants, but then he can kind of use that to keep people out that he doesn't want into the castle.
Hmm.
Like a force field.
What?
There you go.
That was in the books?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why didn't they say that in the movie?
Coppola's like, figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It should have been like a season on HBO. Yeah,
What do you guys think of the music? I thought it was so awesome. Like,
pretty good.
it worked so well. God.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Renfield,
Yeah, Mr. Renfield.
Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Really?
I guess that's true. He was cool though.
Caleb
I liked him.
Caleb stood up and cheered when he got his face bashed into the
Stood up and cheered.
bars.
That's what
So
you
what about
get,
it? Yeah,
useless
so-
guy.
Was it C-word?
Probably
Was it
opium.
Dr. C-word? I assumed it was like morphine or something because he had just been attacked by Renfield recently.
No.
Yeah, what is
Did you
C-word?
watch that movie?
Oh man.
Let me check real quick. SIWARD, right? Is that
Or
what
is
it was?
it S-E-W? Is it?
Oh, it's so good.
SEWARD, Dr. John Seward. Yeah, I felt like it was like morphine or something. It could have been, I mean, it could have been opium or something else.
Well,
Wait, about what?
it's a druggie, obviously.
Well, plus he works at the asylum. That stuff was all crooked back then. I just felt like he had been attacked by him already, so. Because he was like, you could see him, he was like, kind of like shouldering the neck injury where Renfield attacked him. Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear your questions.
Well, I got one real quick. Maybe Todd can help answer this. How do they get away with doing all the shadow work with the characters? Yeah, that was some of the best stuff in the castle with Oldman, and then like the shadow work.
Oh.
Like a total.
Okay, I missed that whole last 10 seconds.
How do they do the shadow work? How do you explain that? in
Oh,
the
I don't
castle?
know. Because yeah, if there was no CGI, I don't know. It was probably really good silhouettes cut out and like plenty of people working them. Like whatever they had for the silhouette was
Crazy use when they're.
like, really nice. Can you like can you like share that like screen grab or something so I can just see it? I can if I look at it right now, I can just.
Ken's disappointment, Jesus.
I wasn't disappointed.
Wait, why are you
I
disappointed?
heard this like.
Yeah, he looked like he rolled his eyes so hard.
He looked like the Undertaker.
Dude, All right, hold on. Let me.
I know the scenes. I don't. Need
I know
Yeah.
too, but I just need to see. I just need to see. Go ahead.
They
keep
do
talking.
it in Peter Pan.
Well,
How they do it in
well,
Dracula?
While he's looking for that, the other thing I liked about the castle was those weird like samples that they would splice into the scenes where they'd make those weird sounds.
Yeah, those are cool.
You didn't really know like what the sounds were either. Like when Harker's talking to Dracula or he's walking around, there's just these weird noises. That's cool.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
never thought about that.
Oh, awesome.
That's cool.
Hmm.
Way to go.
Dude, that his reaction when he licks that that straight razor, man, is so awesome. He's so good in this movie, man. It's insane how talented he is in this movie. Dude, easily, yeah.
Yeah. The Professional.
And then Fifth Element.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hey, so I was gonna ask, what about I really like the scene where they do like the old timey footage when he comes to England and he's transformed, he's super young, and he's like walking around London. Is that like how do you Todd, how do you like record that stuff? Because like back then there was no filter just to like turn it into that old
That was
like
that was probably mostly done
they
either.
probably still had that type of footage to film with those reels.
I mean, yeah, they could. I mean, they could shoot it on shittier film, which is really easy to do. Shittier film, shittier lenses, and then that's just how it looks. Or they could really fuck with it in post too, because it's film. They could have a lot of room to fuck with crap when it's exposed. But it was probably just shot on shittier film if there's no CGI done.
So are we still looking?
Oh no, go ahead.
Shadow scene, or
I
are we
don't.
done?
No, I'm looking at it. I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I'm not sure
All
about
right,
that one.
keep going because Caleb was asking questions. What else you got? Yeah. I know the answer to that. Let me hear what you got.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1897, man. Nobody knows what is going on.
Yeah.
Plus, Abraham. So in the book, a lot of people correlate it to the idea that Lucy is so promiscuous that it makes sense that she's like targeted by Dracula because she's just like so flirty with everybody else, and Mina is the opposite of that, which is why she's not impacted in the book until the very end. But yeah, it's just I think yes, yeah, that's definitely an act of rage. But like in the book, he does it irregardless because there's no connection between Dracula and Mina. But it's very similar because in the book, what happens is that Lucy's mom is actually there, and she is uninformed about why the garlic is a bad like why is there garlic everywhere. So she basically like gets rid of it, and
Oh
Dracula
really?
transforms into the wolf just like in the movie. And when he crashes through, Lucy's mom back and drops dead, and then he attacks Lucy and then ends up killing her. So there's still a lot of similarities.
Tom sex.
I know. I think that's just the effect of convincing the audience that she's dead. But the idea is that he attacks her as the wolf because that's what happens in the book as well. But well, like but well, that's the whole thing. Like that's I think it's just more the promiscuous side of who she is. But in the book, when in the movie when you saw Mina sees, the half creature, half man that Dracula's turned into in the movie when they're going at it. In the book, I think Mina sees. I think it's like in a graveyard or something. Like Lucy sleepwalks. It's not like all within the confines of the house, like the movie, like the grounds that it takes place in. But it's very similar to that whole thing. Like Mina thinks she sees something, but she's not entirely certain. Because the whole idea is that he's like trying to expand and have more influence because he's so restricted in Transylvania.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, why he's doing that?
Well, because remember he needs the Earth. Because that whole Earth thing, like moving the boxes of Earth, which I want to hear Todd's Keanu impression again, but that's like straight out of the book. Like he needs the Earth, that ground, to maintain his power.
Yeah, has that been done in any other like vampire movies like that, where they needed the Earth from where they're from, whatever?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So I can't think of any. There's also Interview with the Vampire, which I like.
Yeah, Interview with the Vampire.
No, you're right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm having the toughest time right now remembering what happens in Vampire Hunter D. It's been like...
Let's save that for later.
So long since I've seen that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my brain is like totally not... It's gone from my memory.
I'll have to go back and look at that. I don't know if I noticed that when he was in London.
Oh yeah, when they're just out in the street like that. Yeah. Also, how cool did he look when he showed up? So fucking
Dude, he was so awesome. Caleb, explain who Cat Williams is to Kenneth. Ken doesn't know. I'm being serious.
And short.
Okay. So is he
Incredibly
an
short.
actor or
He's a
what is
comedian.
this? Jesus.
Get bit. Noise.
Yeah, dude, can. So when Oldman shows up and he sees Mina, dude, it's so weird because Mina is a total bitch to Dracula the first time they meet, and then like 2 minutes later, she's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I'm back.
So weird. It's almost like in like Lord of the Rings when that the dude eats that tomato. It's like just like it looks weird when they're touching him and petting him. I don't know why. Something about the way they shot it, or the way they're touching, and like it bugs me every time I see it. I don't know.
Maybe they're afraid of the animal, so they just put gloves on as a precautionary measure.
For the fleas. Yeah.
Well, somebody needs to fact check whether that is. No, because that scene doesn't happen.
Oh really? That's right. Movie magic.
Yeah, it's just
No.
no. Totally, man. Unless I'm mistaken, the only time Mina really has interactions with Dracula is when she thinks she sees him when he's first getting on with Lucy, and when she's at the asylum. No, I don't believe so.
There's no
Yeah, I
courting,
don't know.
right?
It's been like 15 years since I've read it, but I don't think there's no aspect of him having feelings for her and trying to create a relationship or any of that.
That's a great question, dude.
That's exactly how he sounds.
Yeah, his character was What's the deal with his character in the books? Because like he came off real weird.
Renfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, they're like Van Helsing is like super knowledgeable in the book, but I think like his personality and his character, you you kind of don't really believe that he knows as much as what he says. Because I think I'm trying to think, he's he's respected, but the way he acts, I don't think is too much of a stretch in comparison to what we see in the movie. Because that's why everyone always doubts him. You know, like I wrote down in my notes when they're doing that blood transfusion, and like it opens the door like as loud as possible, and he's like, "What the hell's going on in here?" Like so over the top reaction. You guys
Yeah.
remember that scene? He's
Yeah.
like like just bombastic about it, and you know like Van Helsing's just like, okay, well we're doing this, so you know just deal with it. I don't know. I think he's pretty accurate to the book. I don't know about the whole like you know like he grabs Mina and he starts dancing with her like that stuff seemed just kind of weird. But I think it's more of the movie just because well in the book though they make it very clear like she's very prim and proper. And so I think that could obviously be an attractive trait to a lot of the guys for that from a societal standpoint of the time period when the book came out. But I think they just elevated it a lot more in the movie because Renfield recognizes that recognizes Mina because he knows that Dracula is after her, and
Right.
it seems like everybody is just very smitten with her. But I didn't understand like Dracula blames Renfield. He goes, "You've betrayed me." What did Renfield betray? He didn't like.
So
I felt like
When he
Dracula
told
thought
her,
to get away.
yeah.
See, I felt like when I watched the movie again, I almost thought like Dracula was under the assumption that because they were able to go to his Carfax Abbey, which was literally right across the street from the asylum, that Renfield had somehow like ratted him out and told them where they were. But like, how does Dracula even know that Renfield alerted her? Because 2 seconds later, Mina like goes and takes a nap. Like it didn't even matter.
Huh.
well,
Yeah, I don't
Renfield
know.
has a he's got a similar connection to Dracula that Mina does because he can
Oh,
track
that's right.
my master is
Like
coming.
that whole scene was. Well, I know he gets upset because you know he's like, you promised me him. Well, he promised. He was mad because he promised. He was supposedly promised immortality, and he was upset that Mina was going to get it instead. But
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, he like breaks character. Yeah, I didn't like.
She's just pretty.
That was weird because him breaking character did not make a lot of sense. Like he's been imprisoned in this asylum and eating freaking bugs, and then like all of a sudden he's like magically changed. It was weird.
Well, wow, there's this nice pretty lady. Oh, my master wants her, and oh, she shouldn't be turned into what I am or what the other brides are. She should, he it's this last shred of humanity.
I don't know. I was gonna. Okay, go on. Yeah, yeah. So
I mean,
I think
maybe
it's
there
just
is.
her transforming. Well, that whole scene, can somebody explain to me how does the snow magically light on fire when he creates that circle?
I just assumed that like he had done something prior to in preparation, like he'd put something
And
down.
the circle is so small, like it's gonna like catch them on fire.
Yeah, and the fire's like coming in.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah,
It looked magical.
yeah.
So in the book, does Van Helsing make Holmwood put hammer in the spike to Lucy after she's dead?
I can't remember who's the one who does it, but they kill her very similarly.
He makes Carrie always do it, right?
Right, in the
Yeah,
movie, that's
which
her
is
her
Arthur.
fiance,
Yeah.
which is just like amazing. It's like, just do it, do it,
Oh yeah.
instead of
Well, I
doing it
think once they
himself.
see the proof, well, I mean, she just vomited blood on Van Helsing. Like he's gonna be like, no, I'm gonna pass. I don't know. I think it was just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
Van
anyone
Helsing.
can cut off. But to make her fiance is just like, you're just stone cold. It's like, hey man, yeah, just do it. Why are you waiting?
Pretty stone
I mean,
cold.
clearly your fiance is this otherworldly creature of demonic. She's a whore of Satan.
Right before he's. That was funny. Right before Elway's like uses the stake, like you hear the broken glass and Stone Cold's music starts. Dude, I would die laughing if I heard that.
I just loved just how callous he was when he goes to his old apprentice, who was one of her Lucy's suitors, and is like, "Hey, do you have any like some knives? You want to do a postmortem? No, I just want to cut out her heart and cut off her head." And he just walks off. It's like,
He's very nonchalant. I wrote down in my notes. I love it when he finally discovers that Dracula's the cause, and he's like, "Okay, let's go get something to eat." He just leaves, and then she gets killed that same night, and he's just not there. Hey, when he's looking at that Dracula book, who who's the person who gets hired to put locks on books? Like that was my big question when I was taking notes. Like, it's like besides like a teenage journal, like what other books like have locks? Kenneth, what do you got?
so
Oh no.
when there's actually one library still in existence where books are chained to their shelves. And so when they were first made, books were rare, and so libraries, to keep them from being stolen, they'd have like a bar and they'd be chained to the shelf.
I did not know that.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Some of the books were on the shelves were chained to them, huh?
Well, I would assume that for magical books.
Of course, they're magical.
To keep them from flying away.
But don't. Awesome. Go.
No, they'll like they can pull them off, and there's a bench. Here, there's a
Oh, you
bench.
got to read it right there.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably less on the
It's like
bottom
a
shelves,
pen.
more on the top.
It's like a pen at the bank. You can't take it.
Yeah.
You can only go so far. Endurance. All right.
20 men. The rat.
Dude, that scene in the asylum is one of the best scenes in the movie. When when they bust through the door and Mina's like already like he's already gone. Yeah, when he stomps and he's like, "Look at what your god has done to me,"
Yeah.
and then, dude, that oh, it's awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did they put Mina in the asylum in the book as well?
Yeah, so she goes over there to just like seek shelter while they destroy the earth, and he goes in there and attacks her, and so she
Because
gets bit.
it's not exactly a wholesome place where a lady from the
I know
early 19th.
it doesn't make a lot of sense.
But it's definitely secure, right? Like
Yeah,
no one can break in there. That's why they.
yeah, well, see, so who created? Sorry to interrupt, but who created like the mythology that vampires like can't sustain sunlight? Because in the book, it's very similar. Where they say like vampires can exist in daylight. It's just they're in a weakened state. So it's just weird. Like after the publication of Dracula, somewhere along the, you know, between the next few years, all of a sudden it's like, oh, they can't even view sunlight without, bursting into flames or turning to ash or whatever the case is. Yeah, yeah. Well, I kind of feel. Well, I kind of felt like maybe it was only applicable to Dracula because when Van Helsing goes and kills those three vampire women, they never even wake up during the day when he just like
Yeah.
decapitates them. Yeah. So maybe it was just applicable to him and not the others.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because they couldn't be out in the sunlight at
They
all.
don't even like react when he's like just destroying them. Okay.
Mhm. He's a doctor. Doctor. Mm-hmm.
Well, in the book, yeah, he's like seriously knowledgeable. Like he knows, and he knows a lot about like Western knowledge and medical philosophy and all that. So, makes a lot of sense.
So, Josh, Wikipedia just says that the vulnerability to sunlight appeared over the course of the 19th century, but doesn't really get
Yeah.
into detail.
Okay. Hey, Kenneth, did you ever? Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it was. Never.
What were you asking, Josh?
So the Lucy situation when she turns into a vampire and she's like taking kids, they call her the Bloofer Lady. Have you heard of that phrase? Like as a British phrase or not?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
BLUFER?
Yeah. I didn't know if it was something that like had transcended to other like British lore or not, but it's usually like in reference to somebody who's like takes kids.
Hmm.
So what did you guys think of the end? Like I love this movie, but the ending bothers me a lot.
Like
Yeah.
what bothers you? Just how fast it is?
Yeah, and I wanted an epic fight. And I wanted
Oh
an epic
yeah,
fight
there
in
was
the
no
book.
epic fight.
In the book, like when I was reading it for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be amazing." Yeah, and then they open the box, and it's like, ugh, done.
You know what? I think there's no way it could have been an epic fight. Like he would have destroyed them. This was the only way they could have got him. If it's by surprise, the moment he came out, you know.
Yeah.
I have a comment too that I thought was weird. Keanu Reeves' character, like up until he gets taken prisoner, and he comes back. When he comes back, he seems to be very defeated, right, and very like skittish and just like all around
Yeah, the trauma, he's like gray.
traumatized. How is it that he can then go on to chase Dracula in a carriage on horseback, stabbing dudes with a sword?
Love!
Is that really
It
it?
does. It is very out of character.
It's out of character. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
He wasn't like
It's
this
the
before.
power of love.
Where do you
Well,
get these
plus, like, remember,
horse riding,
Yeah.
sword fighting skills? Like, no.
yeah, because plus, remember when he comes back to London and like Oldman is just
Yeah.
staring at him,
Like,
and he's like, "Oh my
freaking out.
god!" He gets so terrified. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was odd. What's that? What that? What'd you say, Caleb? Oh yeah,
He's young.
he's grown
So-
young.
Josh, did you see this movie in the theater?
What's that, Ken?
Josh, did you see this movie in the theater?
Oh my god, dude! So I have a funny story for you guys about this. All right, I totally forgot to bring it up. So this movie came out in '92. I don't know what was. How long between like release to VHS after movies, like in the early '90s? What do you guys assume?
6 months?
Like what? 6 months maybe? Sounds
Three,
right, right?
three to 6 months?
So my brother was living in San Diego at the time, and we would like get dropped off. I don't know how long, for like weeks at a time. So we go to San Diego, and we're staying at my brother's apartment, and he's like, "You guys, I rented Dracula," and it was like, so I don't know, I'm like 12, and he's like, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. Dude, start watching this film, and it's like stabbing the cross, and I'm just like, what the hell am I watching, dude? It was like, it was such a weird experience, and then of course like all the really awkward scenes because my brother had not seen it, so you know like Harker with the three vampire ladies, like all this stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like Lucy getting just completely destroyed by Oldman, like all this stuff, man. I'm just sitting there watching it, taking it all in. My brother like never once was like, "Yeah, maybe we should stop watching this." He's just like, and in fact, like I started asking questions. He's like, "Stop asking questions. Like, pipe down. Like, I'm trying to watch this." He just wanted me to like stay quiet the entire time. Oh
So,
God.
when did you end up reading the book?
I read the book early college, so maybe like 2002, maybe. I was 6 at the time, so I don't
Okay.
know. It doesn't matter. So when did you guys see this movie? You guys
This was my
remember or
first
not?
time.
Oh my God.
I can't remember the
Damn.
first time I saw it. I feel like I didn't see it till high school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know when I saw it first.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think the Vlad
What? Oh man, that sounds cool. Do you think we freeze for him too?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Oh wait, you're coming back.
Josh, are you back?
Yeah, I can hear everything you guys are saying, even when there's
Oh.
like those moments of pause.
Dude, I missed everything you said. As soon as you started talking, it like cut out.
Oh, I was just saying if you guys watch the Castlevania version on Netflix.
Again. Oh, that's it.
There you go. Am I back?
Oh no, you're there, you're back.
I can see your hair
Oh.
moving.
Okay.
All right.
The Netflix
Any-
Castlevania.
Yeah, they refer to him as Vlad Tepes as well, I think.
Oh, cool.
So did you guys read? I read briefly that they Coppola kept getting a lot of crap because of Keanu
Oh yeah, so what happened? What did
being
he say about it?
casted. He said that basically it seemed like it was more about the movie studios making sure that he hired somebody who was kind of like a pretty boy to increase like audience viewing. It seemed like that was the main reason behind it.
That's what it
Not-
seemed like.
Obviously not because of
What had
craft.
what had Keanu done prior to this?
Probably Bill and Ted.
Was that it?
Don't-
Let's see.
That's his excuse.
Let's see.
Don't sign on to the film. Come on.
Okay, so yeah, he was on.
Wow, he did Point Break already at this time.
Point Break already. Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. It seemed like, you know, when he did that character switch at the end, and he was all like crazy warrior dude stabbing fools, like almost like they hired him for that because they're like, oh yeah, he's really good at this action stuff, and he can kind of act, so let's get him in here. But I don't know, because he's
Dude, I
legit.
can't believe I did not realize. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Well, dude, the whole Winona Ryder thing is really weird because she was so big though in the 80s and early 90s, but she's like such an acquired taste. Like I don't know, it's just weird. Like she's competent, but like it just depends on what she's in.
That's hilarious.
Like
What
so,
a
that's
great,
some method acting right there.
great director. Great directing right there.
It's like throwing dollars at her.
Doing the thing. Like those Saudi oil princes with like stacks, and they just like drop them on people, and then their assistant hands them a second stack, and they just keep dropping it. I love it.
They don't. There's.
They get married. They have kids.
Yeah,
She got cured
she's
of
back.
her vampirism.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Count
I'll wait
Duckula
for-
moves in.
Oh, it's terrible.
Did you not watch that cartoon?
Kills like, let me look this up.
He had his castle would
Google,
teleport.
it's Count Duckula.
Doesn't exist. Google results, nothing comes back.
Let's see. Okay, Google, what's Count Duckula? Dunkula?
Count Chocula.
It came up with some weird YouTuber guy. Oh, nice.
Caleb, get control of your show. Come on.
I remember that now, Kenneth. I forgot about that though.
What?
Really? That's so weird.
Weird.
Did she try to pickpocket him? Maybe.
Maybe? Anything's possible.
Because she's a klepto. Gary's like, "Where's my?" Gary's like, "Where's my pocket watch at?" Alarm on a pocket watch.
What the heck?
His pager. His pager is missing. That's it.
Not really.
Did the book have the crazy Texan?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All three of those guys that recording Lucy, they're all in the book.
Okay.
Hmm. What do you guys score? What's your score?
6.
Oh,
What's your score, Josh?
can you tell me scores before you get on, so then we can figure out whether we're going to allow you on to the actual review?
What's your score?
Dude, I give it at least an 8, man. I love this movie. I think Oldman sells it so goddamn well that it's really good.
I felt the same way as you up until this viewing, and then for some reason, well, here I'll give you my score is still a 7.5, but I just felt like the love story stuff and this time around just felt so, I don't know, it felt weird and didn't work like I felt like it did before.
Would it make
Or maybe I was just
it
I
makes
was,
sense that you'd say
worried
that?
about it. Maybe I wasn't worried about it so much before because I was so enchanted by everything else in the movie, how cool it
Yeah.
was.
Well, it makes sense you say that because it's all created for the movie, not for the book.
Yeah, which I didn't know that till you said that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just felt weird. All the love scenes is like it was awkward feeling between the two of them. Yeah, yeah.
Take me away from all this death.
7.5.
Oh, Caleb's turning into Josh too. You
Robotronic.
did.
Beep boop beep. A 4? Oh my! Yeah, most people are good.
Dude, that's a great comparison. They're they're very similar. Like just the same person. Like they can't really transcend in a movie.
The Edge.
Yeah. Brokeback, yeah. It was an interesting choice to not get some real landscapes. Yeah.
Well, isn't it scarier to have it smaller and more claustrophobic than having these expansive shots of all this pretty landscape? Because now with all these smaller spaces and things, there's more threat and it's more unnerving.
Not for the interior. I think Caleb's thinking more about the exterior shots.
Well, London would be pretty cramped. There'd be a lot of people and not a lot of space.
Hey, Kenneth, Caleb is allowed to have an opinion. Okay, we stop
Oh.
bullying him. All right. All right.
Ooh.
The job. The job. The one about the job.
Not that far.
Yeah. Well, plus the guy's super shady. He's like, "What happened to Renfield?" He's like,
Yeah. I don't know.
don't worry about it."
I mean, I do that. I do stuff like that a lot. I mean, he just thought he was going there to get some papers signed. So I mean, I travel. I did. To go do a job with people I've never met. I don't know. I usually do a good job. I never got in prison, but I don't know. Freaking vampire orgy would be cool sometimes. Is it too much to ask? I don't know.
Crossed oceans of time.
I'd have gave him deuces and be like, you guys need to have fun. Just chill. You guys have fun.
I use it for the job thing. I think it kind of depends. Like for me, I have no incentive, like no motivation to do what I do. But like if it was like, oh hey, like give me $10 million, like okay, now we're talking.
I mean, well, he was gonna
I'll go
get
do-
money from getting those papers signed, right?
Yeah, because he said he was going to be a part. He's going to be a partner or something, right?
Yeah.
Which would be a huge thing because remember Mina specifically talks about how he's very embarrassed about his job and his status in comparison to Mina.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
right.
like a huge thing that hangs over them because Lucy's like all high society. But Jonathan could have just said, "Hey, see what happens."
So crazy the way he does that. So cool. Like what?
He's
What made him
like-
do that,
He's so intense looking at it.
dude? Like what? I'm just curious. Like, was that a Coppola thing, or was that just Oldman being like, check this out? Because like little things like that, you're like, what the fuck? Like, who thought of this? Magic ritual. Oh yeah.
Dude.
Don't remember any of that. You can tell me about it later.
Oh.
Because I don't remember that.
I'm gonna have one of Ken's panic attacks, the coughing episode in a second.
Oh no.
Lizard.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, I had totally forgotten about that. You guys all got paid?
Yeah.
What happened? Is that lizard extinct now? Or did you guys successfully
Caleb ate the last one. Yeah. So he's now running the Somerton Airport, and that's when they built the SR 194, that kind of like that bypass that goes from Interstate 8, well, no, from Araby Road to San Luis.
Oh, it's that back road that you can take.
Yeah. So we found some, we threw them over the fence, and I found more sidewinders than I did lizards.
Did you go out?
He didn't have to document them, but he would relocate them just to try to keep them out of the construction crew's way.
Oh, he didn't like grab the snakes by the tail and just like fling them.
No. he bought grabbers.
I was gonna say he must have one.
The lizards he would, not the snakes.
Snakes let him burn.
The snakes went into a cooler, and if you forgot and you bumped the cooler, it just go bzzz and scare the shit out of you. And so at the end of the day, he would just kind of just dump them over the fence. The lizards, he would hop the fence and kind of, all right, place them all kind of gently.
That's why I can't go. Nobody can go for walks at night in the summertime in our neighborhood because there's so many snakes.
Seriously?
Like just cruising around the neighborhood. Yeah, there's a lady who, if you call her, she specifically comes and like her whole like purpose in life is to take these snakes and like drive really far away and relocate them.
What type of snakes are running around?
A mongoose?
Yeah, mongoose.
A bunch of mongoose in the neighborhood. That'd be cool.
What kind of
I
snakes
guess
were running
lady-
around there?
They're mostly rattlesnakes.
Fuck, dude. Fuck Arizona.
Dude, there's tons of times where like people will post it, like they have like the ring or something,
Yeah.
and you'll see this like snake crawl up like right by their front door, and then you'll see like the kids like just like casually going over the step, not knowing that the snake was right there. Yeah.
Dude. Fuck all that. Yeah, get some mongoose.
I'm just gonna start.
So,
unleashing
do you
them
still
out
have-
there.
Hell yeah.
Does your neighborhood have a scorpion issue too, since you're right next to the desert, like you did at your old
there's
house?
there's Well, the thing is, like in my old house, the scorpions were brought in like because of like landscaping. And
Yeah.
those were like bark scorpions. The ones that are out here are like actually like desert scorpions. So they have a place to go. So there's like not really a scorpion problem. Like people find them every once in a while, but it's like not rampant in infestation like it was at my old place. Plus,
Crazy.
there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff out here that can eat the scorpions too. But it's crazy, dude. Like at dusk, like you'll see all these bats just flying all over the place, like eating bugs and stuff.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I have squirrels. I have squirrels and cardinals and blue jays. That's it.
Yeah, I'd rather take that. Do you guys have like ticks and stuff like that, or are you too far north?
We don't have them. I mean, they are around.
Okay.
I don't know anyone who's got one.
Like, no.
You
Are
did.
you gonna answer it? Ugh. Contradictory.
I don't know. Is it legal?
Yeah, and they'll
But-
like gnaw
but
your
if you-
face off. Dude, I will not go outside, like, take the trash out at night. Like, dude, as soon as, like, dusk, like, as soon as nightfall, man, I'm like, no, I'm staying inside. Yeah. He just
Awesome.
runs off. I never see it again. I'll probably find out I spent $500 and it only knows how to kill like cobras and not rattlesnakes, and then my mongoose gets killed like 2 seconds.
Go deal with it, Todd.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Whoa, you can
What's
come
wrong?
back.
What's going on?
Well, all right. Well, I'll try to.
He's
hurry.
got a deuce. He chatted. He's like, "Oh, I got a deuce real bad."
How did you guys know? What's going on?
He put the chat in the.
Oh,
Put it in the
God.
chat.
All right, you want to end the stream, dude? Dude, you bringing up the picture thing? Oh my god. In the back of my mind, I was like, there's a slight chance Caleb's going to bring something crazy awkward up. And then you totally just destroyed him.
Are we still on the stream?
Yeah.
Wait a second, Josh.
What?